Makenchi Gotista, Makenchi Dick Rad's favorite anime. Welcome to another live reaction to 20th Century Boys Volume 15. Let's see what this has got in store for us. The cover. You got Kana, you got Yukiji, Kana, Yukiji, and Ocho. Okay. We're almost getting there. 22 volumes of this. It's pretty long, man, honestly. Alright, here we go. Who's gonna be Yoshitsune, Kana, Kiriko, Maru, Harunamio. I thought I'd hate Harunamio, but he's becoming one of my favorite characters. You got Yukiji, number 13, Nitani, the priest, Takasugi, Manju Imishu, Chono, yeah, the detective. We haven't seen much of him, man. He's been gone for a little bit. Carry On, who I want to really see as well. Ocho, alright. Friends Hitman, number 13, man. Shit. I want to know how. I don't know if they'll tell us, but I want to know how Fukube met these people. What is it about Fukube that drew these people? Maybe they're just easily susceptible, right? But we'll see. Alright, we have how many? Oh shit, we got 13 chapters. 13 fucking chapters. They get longer and longer, man. Fuck. This is why after I do this, I'm gonna space it out until my next Naoki Urasawa manga, which is gonna be Billy Bat or something like that. So I'm gonna do short mangas. Either catch up to Hunter x Hunter, and then do shorter Solonin, some shit like that. So we'll do that. So okay, we got number 1, Trite Prophecies, a Trite Japanese, The Tattooed Man, The Writhing Truth, Bravery in 2001, Farewell in 2001, What a Wonderful World, The Greatest Show on Earth, Gas Mask Wearing Salesman, Time Limit, Long Live the Expo, Before the Rainbow, Over the Rainbow, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. So some of these are song titles. What a don, man, what a don. According to the reports from the Vatican, proceeding as planned. We are on, as far as chapters go, we are on 158. Yeah, 158. We ended on 157 last time. After French sudden assassination, officials were considering cancelling the visit in 2015. But reconsider when the Pope spoke of visiting mankind's true friend. God damn it. Maybe that encouraged them to actually come, right? The death of someone. Maybe the plan is still in motion, which it is. So the visit will not only encompass the deaths of the Expo celebrities, but a companion for the people of Japan. Scummy here, me too. But when that killer virus started spreading, I know what you're saying. I wasn't really a believer of his. But even I feel terrible about him dying. Be careful what you wish for, man. Manjuma is gonna try and be the next hero, man. A hero? That sounds fitting. Who's this priest? You father. What he toast with us? Mine is only water, San Pellegrino. To friend. Who's this? The Expo will open on the pre-scheduled day. Now that's reminding me of Exorcist, because I've been watching the show, right? Exorcist, the 2nd season. Just weird to see a priest as a character, right? That has actual involvement in a plot, right? The Pope will be in attendance. Or maybe just some random Trite Prophecies. Expo 2015. They're still on track for the end of the world as they know it to end and the new world to be born. You've come quite a long way, Father Luciano. He's also a fucking Italian. Well, actually, he's not Italian. I keep thinking he was Italian, but Spanish in Exorcist. And I keep bringing up Exorcist, the TV series, but he's a Spanish priest who I thought was Italian. After the one in the original film. Luciano, what name, man? Well, I couldn't make it back for this one. I was working in Argentina. For you to apologize for the burying and being rejected. So busy with the Lord's work. Father Perrine. Shit, he's getting emotional. A rich mentor and people relationship. He was more than just my mentor. Father Perrine saved my life. See, this far into the fucking manga, they can just introduce the character, and you instantly feel for the guy. That's Urasawa's gift, man. You rescued me from the den of corruption. Napoli. Father buried and rescued me. Would have died some back alley long ago. Shit, this is where his place when he passed away. Books of prophecies from around the world. I'm afraid we don't quite know what to do with them. This should be you. Trust me back to how to intend these materials. Or are they studying prophecies? Maybe trying to find some link connection. It may seem to be upside by the books, but find there's some kind of categorization system. Mentor's passion and devotion to his studies. Knowing that you sit in this chair now. You want a book to be slightly. You want to be slightly messy with that, right? It says that you've read the book, right? It's a well-read book. Or well-read pile of text. Father Brewin had some last words for you. As he faded in and out of consciousness, he did wanted to tell you his actual message. What did he say? When 2016 comes, let us drink until the sun rises. But shit. Didn't live to see 2016. What is this? Please tell me that's not the Book of Prophecy. The old Book of Prophecy. What about it? I recently said Father Perina purchased this book from you. I saw this book. It seems he was ferociously poring over this book before he died. It's not an antique at all, is it? It is printed to appear old, but experts can spot the difference. That was made just recently. Why would Father Perrine sell something to a fake like that? The man who sold the book to me might know. Oh wow, what is this book? Is it the Book of Prophecy? It must be the Book of Prophecy. I mean, his whole study was about prophecies. The Book of Simon Magus, 1st century AD. That's the Latin copy. The original Aramaic volume is on the shelf as well. Well made, isn't it? Simon Magus, eh? Margus, are you made? Not only these, my classical texts I've created all over the world. The prices they go. This is really interesting. This is taking a turn. It feels like a whole different genre of story right now. So this is yours too. No wonder that people don't watch these reactions, or not many people are going to watch 20th Century Boys. Why the 6 of us that fucking bang on about it, no one knows what the fuck we're talking about. It's because this is a pure fucking adult manga. This is not adult in the fucking kiddish sense. Oh, I snuck into a fucking 18-rated movie. None of that bullshit. I'm talking about the pacing. It's for the adult mind, the adult brain, that can kind of absorb information. They don't need to absorb it so quickly. They don't need to be fucking overstimulated or understimulated. It's just what they're presented with. They take it in. They take it in. No, basically, what I mean is they don't need to be spoken down to. This doesn't speak down to you. It trusts you to be intelligent enough to know what they're trying to do. They want to slow it down when they can, speed it up when they need to. You know, not this fucking bullshit where, you know, actually, I keep distracting, but I know some of you are watching this don't care about that, right? There's a in film school, right? I've heard this from people like reviewers and critics that I've watched videos of and documentaries and stuff, where in film school they have an exercise where they make you watch a film, and every time there's a cut, like an edit or a cut, they make you clap. So some of the old movies from the 70s, 80s, they had long shots. Like long shots of focus and slow things down when they needed to. So you'd be basically clapping at a very like an equal pace. You won't be like properly clapping. You'd be like, there's a cut. But modern movies I heard are like fast cuts, fast cuts, fast cuts. It's like that. So basically, you can say the same thing with the novels, right? The cutting away from this action scene to someone talking to cutting to someone else to this to that. And I know it happens when you juggling lots of characters. Look at this book. This book juggles lots of characters. It just lingers on a scene, a long conversation, man. Like, that's good, man. Absolutely, I made this book too. Why did you create that thing? You don't like it. problem is with the contents. There's no title to be found, but it seems to be a book of prophecies. It is the book of prophecies, man. Why would he sell this though? He just picks up anything and sells it. When one reads the book, they find only a mishmash of choice bits of all religions, New and Old, Eastern and Western. Oh shit, so it isn't what I thought it was. Mishmash. This sounds like the fucking Sikh book of thing, because yeah, it does sound like that. Because Sikhism is a mishmash of poetry, Islam, Hinduism. I think it draws upon Christianity. Sikh is one of the newest religions out there, right? But it's not that though. Forgive me, and if you find this comment to be rude, I think it's quite a trite collection. He gave me a ton of money. When someone offers me that much money, I'll make any book they ask for. Very odd Japanese fellow. Odd Japanese, I agree with you. The book is rubbish. Not to say that, I'm not saying that the fucking Guru Granth Sahib is like rubbish or stuffing, but it is a man-made mishmash. Like, of various different cultures, religions. I mean, they admit it themselves, especially bits like this. Histories will end in 2015. You know, that kind of nonsense. 2015, yes, the world ending this year. Did you actually read through it? Simply skimmed through it, but was it? But it was so ridiculous I didn't read closely. God, man. Actually, when he bought it in his manuscript to have me transcribe it into Latin, I had to stop writing because my hand was shaking as I laughed. What is it? If I drank one drop of alcohol again, he told me he would disown me as his pupil. Huh? Now he's starting to tell his own damn story. What the hell? Liquor, drugs, women, the things that poison my body. I swore to him that I would abstain from those things until death. What Don? Respect. When 2016 comes, let's drink until the sun rises. So that doesn't make sense to him, right? That's not something he would say. Father Perrine believed that 2016 would never come. Oh, so that's what his words meant. He said that even on the deathbed he was saying those words. It was that cryptic. Was he being cryptic? He believed that what was written would come to pass. Shit. So that's a really weird, like, actually it's an interesting way to communicate that, because he knows him better than anyone. Clunk. It doesn't sound like something he'd say, so he assumed that 2016 would never come to pass, a time where the guy would be drinking till the sun rises, right? So he must think that now it says 2015 will be the end of whatever. Shit, it correlates, right? Clunk. Oh, we seeing backstory right now. It says Cino Vantami Banca d'Italia. Italian. So this is his backstory. Yeah. 159, chapter 159. This is. He was boozing. Look at him. Drugs, women, fucking. Yep, this is him. Fuck, he turned his life around. Well, see, look at that. You know, this is something he did in Monster, where we were away from Tenma for like 7-8 episodes at a time. We went to Reichwein, we went to fucking, what's his name? What was it? Martin, the bodyguard arc, Martin. And we didn't care. You just didn't even care that you're not with Shinji, you're not with any one MC at a time. Everyone gets their go, man. So we're with this guy now. What do you want? I've been looking for you, Luciano. Oh, really? Please come to make me atone for my sins. How about a drink? Sorry, I can handle white wine, but red wine makes me allergic. I don't touch it. These are counterfeit bills you create. Don't touch them. They look just like real money. Why did this old-timer priest just waltz in, man? Maybe this was the start of a relationship. That would see Luciano out of this fucking life, man. Are you going to lecture me now? No, let me see this. 16th century Cathar Bible. I don't know if it's real or fake. I thought you might be able to tell. Huh? I am a Father Perrine, a Vatican priest in charge of studying ancient texts. Is it because he can tell a fake? I'm a specialist in counterfeits, but this one is especially hard to examine. So he's going to a professional guy who counterfeits shit. I can pay you for your work with real money, of course, huh? Hey, wait a second. It forces him to read it though. But that was the first time I ever read the Bible. A trite Japanese. Why is it called a trite Japanese though? Perrine and him, they're not Japanese. We'll see. Rome 2015. Yep, the fellow came in by himself and sat down right there. With a manuscript he had written himself. He said he wanted me to translate it into Latin to look like a real classical book, a cool one. He said he'd pay whatever I wanted and left you some money with me. I laughed that he'd want to spend so much money on such a silly thing. I mean, look at the inside. It says rubbish like history will end in 2015. Then this Japanese man told me something even more interesting. Vatican. Death was a true shame. He was so proud of your station in Argentina. Cardinal. How did Father Perrine die? Hold on a second. So, whatever he's been told, now we're cutting to the Vatican on the basis of information that he seems to know right now. Okay, proud of station in Argentina. Cardinal. Father Perrine died. You never heard. He'd been drinking heavily and fell down the stairs onto a peanut. That's not true. There's anything suspicious about it. Suspicious. The authorities said it was an accident. I think his blood was drained, or that bullshit that their friend Bai does. I've never seen it before. What about it? It was the last book that Father Perrine studied. I find it to be rather silly, but I see. It says Father Perrine's job to study strange and mysterious manuscripts from all periods in history in order to find the volume of true prophecies. Okay. He must have seen. The one thing that's really common amongst cultures and religions is the idea of Valhalla, heaven, a place when you reach, right? A final rest, a final place you reach, right? Very similar. Then you got the religions that are more about paganism or reincarnation and that sort of thing, where it's more about the cyclical nature and reincarnation to the worldly life and all that kind of thing, making your way up. You must have seen plenty of these false collections before. What about it? You see, sir, I find this one to be quite dangerous. But even the pagan religions have a head god, right? I'm just fucking thinking, but even pagan religions have head gods, like Egyptians, right? They believe in multiple deities and shit like that. But even above those deities is a head god that has no description. And some people believe the sun is at the top, and there's this idea, right, that even if there's multiple, there's always a head god. So even in Hinduism, it's Brahman, or whatever it is. So when I read it over again carefully, the passage about the Pope falling in the east in Japan, yeah. Father Luciano, this appears to be more than just a book to me. See, we're all concerned about our differences, right? You don't believe Jesus is the Son of God, and you do believe blah blah blah. But if you look at the similarities we have, there are very fundamental similarities, I think, you know. Father Luciano, it seems like a collection of terrorist prophecies. Terrorist prophecies. Well, it might do. Father Luciano, yes sir, I know this is your devotion to your work, but I cannot think it's a good thing to take materials out of Father's Perrine's. This is the new book of prophecy then. This is the new book of prophecy. Those kids never talked about the Pope getting assassinated. So this is the new book of prophecies. Old Testament, New Testament. The Old Testament was written by a bunch of kids, right? Fairly fucking, you know, like, and then it got revised almost by a friend or Fukube or something. To be like, let's entertain this, and then let's like fucking refine it and shit. But I can't help but think death might be related to a study of this thing. Have you been assigned the duty of continuing his position? No. I believe you have an important job waiting to be completed in Argentina. This book is, do not worry. The era of Christ will not have ended by next year. What are they talking about? So Pope gets massacred and the era of Christ is over? That's bullshit. What's the Pope got to do with Christ? Christ is Christ. They believe Christ will come back. Is this Christ supposed to come back when the Pope dies? That's not right. That's not true. The Pope status thing, man. I mean, who is it? Is it God? Is it Jesus? Do you follow the Pope? Who the fuck, man? Seriously. Japanese fellow said the book will be translated to English, French, Italian, German, Chinese. He wants to fucking circulate this shit. This new book of prophecy. And his last words were these. So he fell down these steps. That fucking anime reminds me of Exorcist. You know what I kept saying? Those stairs on the Exorcist movie. These fucking apartments that he falls out a window and he starts falling. It falls down some stairs and he dies, right? When he takes in the entity, the demon. This alleyway reminds me of Exorcist, the Exorcist movie from the William Blatty adaptation. You know the old one, right? The old film, William Friedkin film. Sorry. That looks just like it. It's an Italian priest. It looks exactly the same. You'll see. Watch that film and you'll see. I know he liked to drink, but I didn't think he'd get that intoxicated. But this time, it's the old-timer priest that is actually fell down the steps instead of him. Who was the first one on the scene? A police officer. By the time I got there, he was almost dead. You draw from memory, right? When you're talking about an Italian priest and all this conspiracy and shit, you probably think back to Exorcist. The only film you can think of with a priest as a sort of MC, so... This is about the place where the bottle of red wine broke and the pieces of glass had. What did you just say? Red wine? He says he's allergic to red wine, right? Yeah, folks thought it was blood at first. Father Perrine didn't... So, well, I knew... See, there was something more to it. I knew it. Yeah, he's allergic to red wine. He did not drink red wine. There's something's wrong. No policeman's sure of it too. Just can't be. What's the matter? It seems that I've been followed for the past few hours. This guy's a don, man. This is so weird. I feel like I'm watching an episode of Exorcist right now. Father Luciano, what's wrong? The cardinal's servants just came and they took all of Father Perrine's material. Look at the cover-up. Must call the cardinal. There are too many points of suspicion in Father Perrine's death. Now I'm worried about the Pope's visit too. The era of Christ will not have ended by next year. How did he know? The cardinal said he had never seen the book before. So how would he have known that the prophecy said it will end in 2015? So how did he know that it said history will end in 2015 inside? So this is taking place in 2014. Okay. Well, of course we know it's taking place in 2014. It might even be just a few months before 2015 comes. I just keep forgetting whether things that we've read before are in 2015 or this is a flashback and then we're building up to it. 2015 hasn't come yet, so... Father Luciano, the last thing he said was this book will be placed in hotels all over the world. There will be more copies of this book than any other book in the entire world. This is like the fucking Antichrist, the dog fucking book, man. Do you understand what you're saying? It means that this book will become the Bible. Shit. I'm trying to think. I've seen something, a film, a show, or something that deals with the fact that there's a new religion on the scene, and there's a threat that this book will become the new. What have I seen? What did I see that was like this? I keep thinking it was a TV show like Black Mirror or something, or I've seen something do this. What was it? I'm trying to fucking think. It was exactly this. It was exactly this. A new book written by some dude was selling. I know what it was. It's From the Mouth of Madness by John Carpenter. It's From the Mouth of Madness by John Carpenter, the film. That's where I got it from. Sam Neill is in that film, and he writes a book. An author is actually trying to track down a publisher has had one of their best-selling authors go missing, and they send some insurance guy after him to go track him down because he's just not turned up, and they don't want to be liable or so whatever it is, whatever contract they have with him. He finds out that he's writing a book, a special book or something, a book that almost rewrites reality in some ways or something. And there's a scene in there where it just anyone who reads it gets affected by it or something like that. And there's a line in it where someone says this book has become more popular than the Bible or some shit like that. So if you guys are interested in watching that film, and come back to this reaction, you'll understand why exactly where I got it from. That's what it is, in the Mouth of Madness. It reminds me of Napoli 1995. Well, was that Bible real? Or was it false? It's a fake. The book was created just recently, but the Bible is still the Bible. The inside was real. Okay. But you must be careful. False books have attractive yet dangerous differences that lead people astray. Those books we call heretical books? I don't know. Interesting though. Even small changes can just reshape the whole context, the whole meaning of something, right? That's what they call it, the devil's prophecies. Okay. This is awesome. This is his own freaking manga. You know, Urasawa does this. It's almost like 2/3 of the way through his own mangas, he's like, you know what? Fuck all that. I'm gonna start a new manga within my manga. That's what he's like, man. Honestly, that's what he's like. And it's satisfying. Enough already, senor. Senor! Chapter 160. You're not impressing anyone by sitting there, not saying anything. So how long do you have to keep it up? Do you know what? That's actually fucking great exercise, I think. That's a good fucking exercise in creativity. Imagine if fucking Toriyama or fucking Kishimoto or something thought 2/3 of the way to Naruto, you know what? Fuck, I keep beating a dead horse. Beating a fucking dead horse. I'm running out of fucking ideas. Shonen Jump editors want me to rehash shit. Shonen Jump editors want me to fucking prolong shit and spin my own fucking wheels to be a cash cow. He decides, you know what? Let me just move away from Naruto for a bit. Let's go to another fucking corner of Konoha. Let's call it a different genre. Let's call it conspiracy thriller in Konoha. Let's do a fucking Ambu spin-off manga. You know how Kakashi Gaiden happened, right? Kakashi Gaiden was a spin-off novel. Everyone wanted, not a novel, but was a side story that people wanted adapted into anime form, and it finally got kind of animated and shit, right? That kind of creativity, just go off somewhere and do your own shit. And when you fucking got the juices flowing again, come back to it, right? But do it all within the same manga. Don't create a separate one. Look at Urasawa. He did this with Martin, Raikkonen. He did it with the lawyer whose dad who was accused of being a spy monster. Be like, I'm exhausted, I want to do something new. And do it within your own manga. And then go back to it and tie it in. And gets your fucking creative shit flowing. People don't do it nowadays. They keep the same recycled story going round and round and round and round and round. That's fucking hell, man. Urasawa's a genius, man. You're not impressing anyone by sitting there not saying anything. How do you have to keep it up? That's it. No more asking in your own language. What's your name? Where's your passport, huh? Fine. Just stay there and keep quiet. Now you've got the kabuki. Please, angry. You can speak Italian. It's my second foreign language. I call it so little. Alright, so it makes sense now. I tried Japanese, kind of makes sense. It was my second foreign language at college. Okay, fine. Yeah, this is chapter 160, okay. Good enough, you finished questioning. Wait a minute, where are you going? To eat dinner, I'm starving. Agent Ashikawa always acts that way when he gets angry. He's looking like Tenma right there, man. He's looking like my boy Tenma. All grizzled and shit. But I thought that was unnecessary. When I was a boy, my grandpa always told me, don't disrespect another man's books. Chapter 116, The Tattooed Man. It's the detective, man. Shit, everything's coming together, man. Everything's coming together, man. The tattooed man. I'm trying to guess. Is this tattooed guy Luciano? It can't be Luciano. Oh, sorry. I'd assume this guy was Luciano. What's going on? No, he speaks Italian. It is Luciano. It must be in the present, in the future present. You know what I mean? He looks so fucking grizzled, man. Currently, Asia is currently in a severe state of lockdown, with most countries refusing all entry or exit whatsoever. Fucking hell. The number of victims in Turkmenistan has climbed to the hundreds of thousands. According to the World Health Organization, the number of deaths climbs 1 to 2,000 every day. This is scary. Tell me about it. You wonder if it'll be your turn next. Nah, that wasn't what I meant by scary, huh? I meant it was scary that I'm getting used to the news like this. Shit, that's so true. Desensitized to death. Okay, sorry guys. Did you know what Urasawa has made I hate to say the best, but perfect. A fucking perfect fucking manga to be adapted. It's got every motherfucking thing. Every motherfucking thing. The shonen crowd will love it because it's got kids, bunch of kids trying to struggle to fucking save the day, save the world. That's the basic level. It's got conspiracy thriller. It's got fucking gore. It's got visceral scenes. It's got twists. It's got turns. You know, it does. It's not afraid to just have an ensemble cast of characters that are developed properly. What fucking great manga this is. What about your grilling? That was pretty quick. Oh, I left Chono with him. Let's go eat. You left Butterfly alone with that guy. Don't worry about it. It's not like the guy would say anything tonight anyways. Alright, then let's eat. Japan, Asia with their fucking breathing masks. Or dust filter masks. They got smog, innit? They're really polluted there in Japan. And everyone else around the world is getting blamed, and not a single word of Japan and the level of pollution by China and all that stuff. We don't even question China. We don't even dare fucking speak ill of China. You know, we're being blamed for global warming, yeah? And yeah, climate change exists, right? And the blame is all on us and fucking people using this, that. Nobody fucking cares that there's a fucking dirty, filthy, disgusting smog all over that area of Asia, right? Which is why the air fucking quality is so shit. But no one speaks ill of Japan. Trump's going there, fucking shaking their hand, feeding their fish. Fucking China, no one speaks ill of China, man. They fund all our fucking movies and they produce all our fucking movies in the West and Hollywood and all that shit. They buy up all the land and shit. No one wants to speak ill of them. Passporto, por favor. This is why I love Mr. Robot. I mean, Mr. Robot, China is the fucking enemy. You know? China is the fucking enemy. And Sam Ishmael, the Egyptian the guy who created Mr. Robot, has no fucking problem saying that. No fucking problem that China has interests. And they are trying to destroy fucking democracy and you know, order in the West. You know? I can't do this. Geez, this sucks. Well, maybe I can get you to at least tell me your name. Nome, por favor. Sigh. Judging from your tattoo, you must be pretty tough. Let's see, what does this say? Knocked out 5 Thai mafia members. And what is it with the badasses? Like Ocho and shit. Like, beating up on Thai gangsters. Kabuki and later attacked by Chinese mafia, beat up 8. Resisted arrest from arriving officers, sent 4 policemen to the hospital. I guess that I guess the title is jumping into cover. Shit. Il Papa vera assassinato in Giappone. Huh? Il Papa vera assassinato in Giappone. I don't understand. I can't understand what you're saying. He's talking about the Pope getting assassinated, right? Or something. Okay. Are you hungry? You get more irritated when you're hungry, you know that. Why don't we order some food? Sounds good. Yes, hello. Fucking ramen bowl. Eat up, Japanese. Eat up, Japanese pasta. Maybe not quite. But trust me, that Shichiryu place makes the best ramen in Shinjuku, hands down. I swear, it's how do you say? Oh, buono, buono. Il papa vera assassinato in Giappone. Look, I don't know what you're saying. I just barely passed Italian school. Il papa vera assassinato in Giappone. Your ramen is going to get cold. Trust me, it's good. You just got that one message over and over. Hope somebody hears it. Papa, what about Papa? Si, Papa, Papa. Papa, Papa. Pope. Yes, Pope. Si, Papa. Adesso sono. Hey, don't touch, please. Don't touch those. Adesso sono inseguito. Sono un prete. You mean that wasn't a heavy metal accessory? I stay in the cross thing. Vangelo secondo Matteo 13. Che il giono Gesù usidicas. I couldn't say this. That book you had, you mean it's the Bible? Si, sono un prete. Interpret. What's he saying? Then you're a priest. Si, sono un prete. Oh, but okay, so that's what he's saying. You're a priest. Si, sono un prete. I don't know what that means, but I'm glad sometimes you don't know what he's saying, because you figure that out through the character's responses. Sono venuto in Giappone per proteggere il Papa. Sono. Hold on. Grab. Flip. Assassino. Assassinio. Assassination. Pope assassination. Yes. Fuck me. I am simile. Simil. I am your simil. I am simil. Similar. I am like you. Oh. I am on your side. Oh, he's trying to say I'm like you. Similar. Okay. Right now. We will leave. Understand? I want you to meet someone. Understand? But scenes like this would be better animated. Constructing it in a way where the pacing of their back and forth just fucking sounds right? Reading it fucking becomes really stilted when you have something about communication barrier and shit right there. You know, have you always noticed that where someone can't quite understand someone? There's a stilted dialogue which is obvious, right? Because the guy can barely say is saying stuff you don't understand, and the one guy is struggling to understand. You're struggling to understand what he's saying when it's just broken. And this needs to get fucking animated, man. This fucking manga, just fucking animate it. Some people, I don't know, man. Fuck. Look, some people just there's a limit for me about how much good shit will I read just because it doesn't have a good adaptation, or I'll be forced to read just because it doesn't have good adaptation. I really don't want to have to fucking read the JoJo manga. I know it's fucking brilliant, but I would rather fucking watch an adaptation of it, man. For fuck's sake, man. I'd rather watch an adaptation. I can't believe I had this conversation before. Japan doesn't know how to make the fucking smart decisions. The most obvious fucking smart decisions. They don't know how to do that shit. It's so fucking obvious that you should make a fucking 20th Century Boys anime after so long. Don't make 2 films out of it, which bomb, nobody gives a fuck about. Animate the fucking last Bleach arc instead of making a film that no one gives a fuck about. Have you heard Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood's movie won't be based on the material? It's just gonna be fucking film original. What is the fucking point? What do you expect to happen after that film comes out? More manga sales, more thing? You can't beat a dead horse. Fucking losers. Whoever makes those creative decisions don't have a fucking clue. They got artists sitting on their asses. They got artists and auteurs sitting on their asses making anime to advertise the manga. Animes push manga sales, and if you don't fucking believe me, Assassination Classroom was beating One Piece in manga sales because the anime was being animated and it was coming to an end. It was driving fucking sales of the Assassination Classroom manga. And obviously, Assassination Classroom was going to just fall down, dip right to below. You know, Berserk was consistent up there. I used to see the charts, right? Assassination Classroom will drop, fine. But fucking, the anime was pushing manga sales, right? That's what it's for. Now Jollywood thinks that let's use the Hollywood's model of making live action films of our comic books. But they don't, believe me when I say this, they don't make Hollywood live action films to sell comic books. They don't make shared universes, and they don't make fucking American comic book adaptations to sell fucking comic books. Comic books are doing fine. They're doing fine. They do it to make money from the box office. And these Japanese live action adaptations of things are just trash. They don't follow they're not faithful to the source material. And Japan thinks they're adverts for the fucking manga or the anime. They're not. But for now, eat your ramen. It's like he's telling me that. Stop fucking shouting. Eat your fucking ramen. Slap, how is it? Born. Oh, he's got tears in his eyes, man. He was hungry, but he just needed to get the message out. I only moin rage when I read good shit or watch good shit, man. I only moin rage then. I'm always fucking thinking, fuck, look at the greatness I'm witnessing right now. Where's that greatness in the fucking last few years? What is it? Sorry, I'm not asking you on a date. Ujiko already use stupid jokes like that all the time in their manga next door. They call it love comedy. We have finished speaking. Oh, so why did I think that? Did he clean up or something? It is him. It's just you second guess sometimes. Yeah, look at him. He's wearing the fucking garbs and everything. He's shocked. He told me of the things he had learned in Italy. Father Luciano is a man I can trust. He is much like myself. Oh, nice. Hard knocks. They came from a hard knock background. The plan to assassinate the Pope seems to be proceeding. But a friend is already dead. They saw him. Ocho and Yukiji said they saw him in town. Who? Friend. It's not fucking... Did he resurrect though? That's the thing. This is chapter 161, The Writhing Truth. Then it's true. Yes. You saw him. Yes. You really saw him on that rainy night. Was it him though? I'm not asking that you believe me. I can't believe it myself. Because I confirmed that he was dead myself. His pulse had stopped, yes. You still saw him. Maybe this is what he wants. The final act of Friend is to show people that he's transcended death. And that will be the day that everyone follows him. And they follow his book and his message. He wants to be he wants to be a messiah almost. Like a fake messiah. Everyone knew him as a kid. He was a kid everyone knew. There's nothing messianic about him. It's just either one giant magic trick that he's pulling or some big trick he wants to fool everyone with. He looked over at me and smiled faintly. It was him. Okay. Friend. So look, it's Fukube, right? But how? How is this the case? He didn't plan his own shooting. Fuck. They just keep dangling that carrot, man. I get exhausted. Oh man, give us the fucking truth. So much fabrications, right? That's the whole point of it. Fabrication, lies upon lies. Lies upon deceit upon lies. I believe that's what you're thinking and what I'm thinking are the same. As Yoshitsune-san saw inside the virtual attraction, the childhood friend planned his own death in the science room. Friend made it appear as if he died once already on the bloody New Year's Eve of 2000. Okay. And once again, this bloodletting virus is spreading unchecked, sending the world into a panic. Forget that moment. He got shot. He got shot. Forget that fucking appeared that he died, blah, blah, blah. He's existed and he got shot in Fukube. How is he back again? These copies you have obtained of the new Book of Prophecy. The contents of the Book of Prophecies Father Luciano obtained in Rome are extremely similar. In this book there is the following passage. The Pope will fall in the East. The Pope will arrive in Japan for the opening ceremonies of the Expo. And repeatedly plead with the officials of Vatican to reconsider the visit, or at least the visit to Shinjuku. I could not get the decision overturned. Thanks to Father Luciano, we now know that there are enemies in the Vatican itself. Long live the Expo, long live the Expo, and the new world president will be born. It's like the new world order, man. It's fucking Antichrist, the dark shit, man. History will end in 2015. A friend is truly alive now. The earth is heading in the worst possible direction. False messiahs, right? It's all that stuff about false messiahs. That's what I love about Urasawa, man. So many layers it works on. It works for many people, right? Depending on what background you come from, you can get a little bit more out of it, right? The Thai and Chinese Baptists together in the same place can't be a good thing. Nah, they're chill, man. Kana, thanks to Kana, she brought them together. Put down your guns. That little one doesn't have the jewels to arrest us. The Holy Mother shall descend. There is a very religious fucking overtone to this whole story, but it's been put into a conspiracy thriller, and nothing is implausible. Like everything that you think is just too profound, right? Like the robot's not actually a monster. It's just a really badly put together machinery, right? That's walking on tank legs and all that shit, right? So there's an element of that as well. But Urasawa's elevated this to this almost fucking sort of supernatural, messianic, apocalypse, end time kind of shit, right? And I love that about his works. Monster was the same. Simple story about a deranged kid who fucking went on to manipulate people. But there was always the little bit of doubt there that maybe this isn't just what we're seeing. There is maybe something more to it. Maybe this kid is the next Fury reborn, or fucking the next Satan reborn, or Damien from Omen, right? Some shit like that. I love that about Urasawa's work, man. You'll keep your promise, right? Protect the Pope, eh? And if we fail, the world is over. People like us survive even after the end of the world. Goof or gua. What kind of love is that? A little while ago, I talked with the little boy. He had some concerns. He wondered why people chose the path of evil. When they're children, everyone is supposed to want to be on the side of good. Next time you see him, tell him this: we don't believe that we are evil. We have our own kind of justice. I won't see him ever again. He saw Kenji, right? That was an emotional moment, man. He died in the name of justice. Look at that face. And it wasn't the kind of flimsy, self-interested justice you subscribe to. That's a great translation. Shaipon-san. To think we'd ever be vigilantes. Actually, I think it rather suits us. Defenders of justice. Wang Xiao Feng-san. Guho. They were laughing. Guho. Old timer, man. What's going on? It's so weird. Is this really kabuki? I haven't seen a mafia member for days. There hasn't even been a single pickpocketing reported. It's creepy. Fucking there we are. The friends fucking Taj Mahal. Please stay in an orderly line. All here to pay respects to friends. Stay in a neat, orderly line. That body can't be him. It must be a fake ass body. Please protect us. Save us from the virus. Fucking look at that, man. Praying to a man. A human man. Keep my son and me safe from the... Huh? Is he going to discover that's fake? No, you can't climb up there. Yakun, get down from there. Yakun, please settle down. Leave it this door. Calm down, Sonny. Oh, shit. What's going to happen? It's going to be someone else's body. Something like that. We can see we can see Japan, Your Holiness. Now... I just get tired reading digital scans, man. I wish I'd had this in book form. I don't know if there's an English version being sold in the UK that I can import or something. I'm not even sure. At least not in this translation. Well, now go over your schedule. The Expo ceremonies will be 3 days after your arrival. Tomorrow you'll be giving a speech about stopping the spread of the virus to the Japanese Parliament, Shinjuku. They're just so wrong. If this wasn't so good, I wouldn't read it this way. If this fucking manga wasn't so fucking incredible, right, I would not be reading it like this, man. Seriously, this is not the way you do that shit, man. I also used to be a book reader, and because Japan can't be fucking bothered to release good shit translated in the West, fuck Japan, man. They just don't recognize talent. Not like the West does. The West at least fucking has that, keeps the indies alive, right? Rewards the indie films, rewards fucking films that actually fucking a bit good, you know, or at least cast a light on films nobody ever fucking heard about. No mainstream motherfucker ever heard about Fences, right? With fucking Denzel Washington, right? No one heard about A Room, the film Room, about the mother and the child in a room. They cast a light on that shit, and then people started watching it. What mainstream fucking cinema audience will watch that? They at least fucking try. What does Japan have? This ain't the way people should be consuming it. We pirate fucking anime because they don't fucking release good shit on streaming services. And they really do it late. I'm just tired. Alright. Tomorrow you'll be giving a speech about stopping the spread and Shinjuku. Yes, the Shinjuku visit is. In 2 days they are preparing for that. I have an old friend there. An old friend? Ah, there he is. The guy helping the resistance. That would be great. I would like to pray for world peace together with him. Come down, son. Come down right now. That kid, man, he's gonna fucking unravel everything. Oh. Did he grab his hand? I've got him. Yakun, I'm sorry about that. That kid wasn't strong enough to raise his hand. That body fucking grabbed his hand. Mama, he moved it. What are you talking about? He did. He grabbed my hand. Don't be silly. I'm very sorry about this, also. About all this. Please maintain a straight line. Please get back on the line. What the fuck? That's scary, man. Shit. This is chapter 162. Bravery in 2001. Was that 2001? 2001 or 2004? Ah, Bravery in 2001, let's say it. It is quiet, yes. I was just walking around. Hardly seems like Kabuki anymore. I hope nothing ends up happening. Yes, it's starting on the TV. Looks bored. More people need to watch his reactions, man. People were begging for manga reactions. I gave him manga reactions. I gave him manga reactions to some fucking good manga. People need to fucking watch it. People need to fucking read 20th Century Boys instead of banging on about One Piece manga every fucking week. Tasteless plebs. Tasteless fucking plebs. Tasteless. No good palate, motherfuckers, man. He stands at the rostrum in the center of the Parliament Hall, and the Pope's speech begins. To the people of Japan and the people of the world, we are faced with a terrible trial. This fearful virus takes more lives every single day. This is a trial given to us by God. Our Father in heaven has entrusted each of us with our own duties, as we strongly prevail, as man has done many times in the past, as we did in the bloody New Year's Eve. Indeed, we surpassed that challenge. We did. Yes, we got back onto our feet after that in 2001. And we did that by pooling our strength. Bravery. 2001. Now we get to learn a little bit more about that. The year after, January 2001, King Ling Feng, King Tong Chen, People's Republic of China. Can someone here drive me? He doesn't look like he's dressed like the Pope. Was this before he became the Pope? I need someone who is skilled at driving. Is there anyone who can help me? Where would you go in this rain? To Qingling Feng village in Xianying area. Why would you go all the way up there? You know, Qingling Feng is that little Christian minority village. Yeah, he wants to get back to his own people. The last phone call I received was last night. The blood-shedding virus has appeared in Qingling Feng. The friendship party outpost in Beijing has to send the shipment of the vaccine. Look at those guys. They create the virus. They get the reaction. They offer the solution. And then they also ask for fucking... And then they use that to fucking worm their way into power. I cannot drive. Are there any good drivers who can take me? Look at these Chinese idiots. They're just completely ignoring him because he's white. Please, can you drive? Sorry, no license. No license. Isn't there anyone who can help? I must deliver that vaccine. Don't these guys care? Is it because the Christian minorities being fucking affected? You see what I mean? China, the fucking enemy, man. Either way, the rain will have ruined the road to the village. You won't make it. This guy's talking about a virus. A virus you fuckers heard on the TV. You watch TV, don't you? About draining the blood from people's bodies. No, you can't say that without trying. Look at these guys. Look at these fucking losers, man. Bigotry. Police were going to search the building. Now they're scared. What do you cops want? We run an honest business here. Check each person. Nice. What's the deal? Sit down. Don't move. This guy getting away. This is the clutch. Start to move. Can I redrive this? Yes, God will protect me. But he's alive now. Must have. Move it. Huh? It's driver's seat. Who are you? You can't drive, right? Let's go. Grazie, grazie, mille. La ringrazio. Look, I don't understand Italian. He understood that was Italian. Just a bit of Chinese. A bit. You want Chinese? I'm Japanese. The one guy helping him was the Japanese bloke. He must be an angel from heaven. I'm not holy, man. God must sure hate me if he sends the police after me. After me so much. The police, you're being chased. I took the head of an enemy family in Japan. Took head. He took his head. To avenge the boss. The children avenge their father's death. That's how it works. I see. God is my father. The rain is terrible. Those guys are right. We won't make it to the village. We won't know unless we try. That is my job. It is my promise to God. God this, God that. I'm not going to the whole day. I'm not going the whole way. Why not? The people of the village are waiting for these vaccines. None of my business. I'm busy enough with my own trouble. If the pigs get me, they'll deport me back to Japan. And the enemy family is waiting to kill me there. Shit. God will forgive you. God's forgiveness means nothing to me. Will you have them kill you in my place? Huh? Poor guy. Unlikely bedfellows right here, man. The truck will never make it over the rickety bridge. Look, the posts are practically being washed away even without any weight on them. What are you doing? I'll go into the river, steady one of the girders. You drive the truck over the bridge while I'm doing that. Look how fucking driven he is, man, to help his people. You moron, you'll get swept away. Stop it, you stupid priest, you'll kill yourself. Why would you let yourself die just to save others? To protect the life of your neighbor. That is my duty from our Father in heaven. No wonder he became fucking Pope. Get the truck. I'll hold the girders. That's how they met. Sorry, fuck. This guy's the priest. Shit. Shit. God damn. This volume has had those little, not twist, but you know, revelation pages one after the other. In equal measure, man. While I'm holding the girder, you drive the truck across. Oh dear God. He changed his life. Chapter 163, farewell in 2001. That's probably parted ways at that point. They haven't seen each other in years, and this guy went on to he might have already been in the running for being Pope. Now let me warn you, I don't give a rat's ass about your God. I don't give a rat's ass about your village in the mountains waiting for its vaccine either. I don't want to lose my life over that crap. I just want to get this hassle over with. God is very tolerant. This is a great fucking volume. This is thematically, it's about, you know, the Pope, the priesthood, all that shit. He will surely forgive you for your sins. There you go again. How many people's lives do I think ruined by sin? Is Urasawa a Christian? There's a lot of Christianity in it. At least I say a lot, right? There was a monster. Certainly there was, and in this there is. I mean, the whole fucking manga or the whole anime started with a quote from the Bible, Monster One. How many people's lives do I think I ruined by selling heroin? How many people's lives do I think I've ended? There you go again. Your God ain't gonna forgive me just for doing this. I understand, please get in the truck. Let go of me. If anything would happen to you, this ain't gonna be enough to kill me. No, sir. How will I get to the village in the mountains? I cannot drive. Hurry, get in the truck. I'll be fine. God will protect you. Yes. Oh, and have some excellent wine up in the village. Let us have a drink together if we arrive there safely. Shh. Alright, quickly now. Stupid priest. Don't die. You owe me some goddamn good wine. Some damn good wine. Shit. They parted ways right here. Where are you, Father? Shit. God didn't protect him. He let that courageous man die. Oh my God, there is no God. Nah, but look how he changed his life though. Look where he is now. Shit. That's such a don, man. Look at this. We're nowhere near Kana. We're nowhere near fucking Shinji. Kenji, sorry. Shinji, why do I keep calling Shinji? Kenji. Kenji, as far as this manga is trying to tell us, he's dead right now, right? I don't think he is, but look at that mountain and the sun rising over it. All that religious imagery. All that Mount Sinai shit. Look at him. Boozing. Boozing and cruising. Look at the light appear on him. Beautiful, man. Dunk. Dunk. But God was on his side. Nice. Later, he became His Holiness the Pope. That's where the friendship, man. The applause after the Pope's speech still has not ended. The God he believes in and the God I believe in might be different things. My faith might be centered around God, or might be centered around him, but I suppose that doesn't really matter. We have to help him. Not because he's the closest person to God in the world. I just want to help protect him. We can see the Pope now. This is chapter 164. Driving through Shinjuku Kabuki, one of the most dangerous areas in the country, to examine the neighborhood. This man, fucking number 13. Isn't that funny, right? 13, fucking Judas. This is the man who will try to kill the Pope. We just got fresh news copies in. Please deliver to all your outposts and watch carefully because he might be disguised. Alright, don't forget about the disguises. Soon when we find this guy, we whack him. Got it? If you can find him, we'd like him captured alive, man. What a don, man. You should snap. You should snap. That's asking a bit much. Oh no, wait. Oh no. Thai Mafia, Chinese Mafia. What a vigilante squad. Suspicious figure seen in a Chinatown warehouse. Found him. It's the guy. So, because they're using criminals, it's become so easy to find him. You motherfucker. What do you think you're doing here? This could pass. This would pass. It doesn't need to be a really R-rated anime adaptation. There's some, you know, disturbing or violent parts in this, like violent things in this manga, but it's PG-13 at most, I'd say. There's not much bloodshed. It's very adult themed. You know, it doesn't need the gore to tell a fucking adult story. Move. It's not him. I hate these fuckers who say, yeah, but even kids can watch this show. Even kids can watch this. Fuck. That's not what people fucking mean. That's not what people fucking mean. It's high concepts. Concepts that are understood by kids. Maybe there's some bright fucking prodigy out there who's 7 years old, memorized the Bible, but he doesn't know about theocracy and democracy and autocracy and, you know, fucking economic inequality and you know, the way all shit, everything comes together holistically, right? These concepts are above a certain age, right? That you would expect. At least you'd expect not to have at that age, right? So while people like to say, these are fucking idiots like to say, you know, it's not an anime for adults because kids can watch it too. That's just so dumb. That's so fucking dumb. Like, I've never heard a more dumb and retarded argument. Like, that's not what people mean, you know? If this was an adaptation in a film and it was rated fucking 15 or 18, legally a 15-year-old, sorry, an under 15-year-old couldn't walk into that cinema to watch it, right? Legally. So it's not him. Take him back to the base. Unlucky fool, too bad you got caught by us. Trust me, you're gonna wish you got nabbed by the pigs instead. They're gonna torture him at least. They're not gonna kill him. He bit something inside his mouth and died. Well, did they just say cyanide? No, I just assumed cyanide because that's the only thing it could be, right? The Pope waves kindly to the people standing on the sidewalks. Now he has just... Who's this? Not kind of sniper rifle, is he? You're not going to be looking for a dead man. What a beautiful world. What wonderful world, you mean? What a wonderful new world. Oh wow. What a beautiful new world. What a wonderful world. She's talking about the weak security. Look, you can't get a perfect shot of the Pope from right here. If we weren't keeping the peace, it'd be an open season for assassins. This fishy guy just took off for the roof. That's quite a gun you've got there. Were you going to shoot the Pope with that? What the fuck? That's not a gun. That's a fucking Nikita. Not a Nikita missile, but I don't know what it is. Get back, girl. You don't stand a chance against that thing. Enough of this. Put that gun down. It's not a gun, for fuck's sake, man. The man you revere with all your heart is nothing but a common liar. Please, shooting people with that gun is not the right thing to do. What the fuck happened there? Someone's surveilling these motherfuckers. He bit something inside his mouth, and these are all distractions. The person that's going to shoot him is actually sitting on the bench there. As the motorcade comes by, he's going to fuck him up. Old lady. What's she doing? The procession bearing the Pope has quietly made its way through Shinjuku to destination. This reminds me of Exorcist as well. There was someone trying to assassinate the Pope in Exorcist as well. The demons had a conspiracy to assassinate him, didn't they? Yeah. Shinjuku Kabuki Catholic Church. I'm talking about the new series, but not the whole film. Shinjuku Catholic Church. They're here, Father. This guy killed himself too. What are they thinking? Number 13. Where is 13? Can't cross on the wheel light because the car's turning left. Yes. Let's go. Huh? But the light's red now. Don't worry. People should walk the way they want to. There, 13. Wouldn't that be the right kind of world for everyone? Yes, it would. Yes. Look at him taking advantage of an old fucking woman. The windows, check all the windows. Where's 13? Look at him hide behind an old woman, man. Even though it looks like the woman's behind him, all that shit, but he's technically using her, man, as a shield. It's shield, but also cover. Don't worry, man. What? It'll be okay. You won't have to suffer anymore. A new world is about to begin. The Pope will be leaving the church soon. Chapter 165. That was a short chapter. The greatest show on earth. Increase the security around outside of the building. Where is he? Where is 13? All the people that started out watching... You know what? Just a random thought. All the people that started out were telling me react to 20th Century Boys. There were a few people I actually know. Not you, Nick. I'm talking about some other people that started saying, "Go, 20th Century Boy, go, man, go." They start watching. They don't watch my fucking manga reaction no more. Even though I did what I wanted. This is why it's gonna start being about what I want now. People recommend shit, but then don't watch shit, right? So... Where is the greatest... It says, almost like it says, where is the greatest show on earth? It's right now, man, in the middle of the street where the Pope is. Number 13. It's a wonderful church, Father Natani. You honor me, Your Holiness. I'm so happy to see you again. If we had more time, I would have liked to share some with wine with you once more. It pains me to say this. Your Holiness, you must leave this place. You must leave Japan at once. Shit. You are in great danger. You trust him. You trust that guy. Your Holiness, it's time to leave. I'm afraid I must go now. See, he believed him. He left the church. Father Natani, I will be fine. He thinks God, he's going to say that shit again. God's going to protect me. I survived that flood in 2001, didn't I? That is why I want to protect you. I think Natani's going to take the bullet. And the Pope's vehicle slowly makes its way out of Shinjuku, leaving behind prayers for this rundown little neighborhood. What kind of language is that to use? Leaving behind prayers for this rundown little neighborhood. Say it in a bit more diplomatically, man. The Pope leaves Shinjuku. Ocho. We did it, Ocho. We protected him. Hell yeah. Nah, man. It's not over yet. In your face. Ain't nothing too tough for us. Back to business as usual. I don't like it. They thought they took down everyone that could have possibly tried to assassinate Diet Building. So he stood here on that rainy night. Yes. And I asked him, who are you? He answered, you'll know soon enough. And I saw him too, that night in Nakameguro. Yeah, this is a continuation of what happened last volume. What is happening? Bah, this is pointless. But don't worry, friend is asleep on his altar. What's going on, man? Have you found 13 yet? Not yet. Find him and stop him. But stop him? Oh, sir, the Pope's visit to Shinjuku has just finished without incident. His remaining schedule is as follows. In 2 days is the Expo opening ceremony, which will be the very last of his activities here. And at the ceremony, he will be brought before Friend's body. Is that? Oh, do you know what? I know what's going to happen. Friend's body is alive, and Friend's body is going to be the one that shoots him. It's going to be Friend's body. How is that guy laying there for fucking... Do they fucking take him for a piss break every time they close down that museum or some shit? I'm sure once they close up for the night, he stops pretending to be dead, right? And he's going to shoot. That's so obvious. That has to be what happens. They've already shown the kid, show that there's a likelihood that that body is actually alive. And his last fucking stop is right in front of Fred's body. Fred pulls the fucking Tommy gun out from flowers in dramatic fashion and fucking into the Pope and shit. What? Man, Jermaine, you can't control shit, man. Thanks to your help, we have managed to avoid the greatest threat to the Pope's life. Grazie. Di cuore io ringrazio. Father Luciano also expresses his thanks. I like that little bit of... See, even the minor bit characters get a little bit of development, man. Leonardi got development. Luciano got development. What do you think, Ocho? I get that feeling that things have been moving out of our grasp lately. And and Urasawa also isn't afraid to bring instead of bringing existing characters that we are following into his life, we start with him, and we slowly bring that character into the lives of others. That's one way of being able to develop a character, then introduce him. Then you don't have to worry about that development shit. It's when you introduce a big character and you're wondering what the fuck is he doing, and then you can't find a place to fit that development. That's why bringing a new character into it by following him into the main plot line is the best way of doing it. Inuyashiki did that with the Yakuza episode. It could have started by the old man overhearing a Yakuza story, right? In Inuyashiki episode 4, where it could have been the old dude hearing, and we bring the old dude into that situation. Forget that. We start with that situation, and the Inuyashiki enters that situation. And he's a very small part of the episode. So that way we develop those new characters who are never going to be here. It felt satisfying, and we got what we wanted at the end. So, yeah. Ever since we saw that man who looked just like Friend on that rainy night. Creek, good job everyone. He's safe and gone. And all the unrest that's been going on in Shinjuku is over safely too. All that's left now, although it's not in our station's jurisdiction, is to pray that the Pope stays safe throughout the Expo opening ceremonies. No one suspects the body, man, of Friend. Oh, but did you hear about this? I don't know if this is the Friendship Party's idea of a tasteless joke, but I guess they're going to have the Pope speak in front of Friend's body at the ceremony. Ocho is fucking solid snake. Look at him, old snake. He knows. Look at that exclamation mark. Not just one, but two. They're going to what? Is that true? Yes, it was just decided. No, that's just making a show of the Pope. A show. Who decided that? What? On whose orders was it stated that the Pope was to be brought before Friend's body? Why, yours, right? I never gave those. So that's what's happening. What if I'm imagining it comes to pass? No, he's imagining what we're imagining. That the body is actually not dead, he's fucking alive in the shoot. This will be just like a show. This will be the greatest show in history. Why is he upset? Take a look at these tents lined up one after the other. What's going on here? Oh, there it is. There we go. Chapter 166. Gas mask wearing salesman. And still more people are arriving by the minute. The police reports estimate 320,000 people, but could easily be higher. Ever since the Friendship Party's announcement that the Pope would be brought face to face with Friend's body, swarms and swarms of people have descended to the stadium to catch a glimpse of this historic moment when it happens. Friend put a huge amount of work into this year's Expo. You could say that the Expo was Friend's dream. We must make this Expo a success. We must stand against the virus that is terrorizing the world. 45 years after the original 1970 Expo in Osaka, now is the time for human progress and harmony. Now is the time for Friend's dream to become reality. Haru Namio is going to be here. Haru Namio. That motherfucker. Singing. Only 2 more days until the Expo begins. Fucking eulogizing actual terrorists. They're referring to the fucking they're referring to the freaking virus, yeah, as the terrorist. This virus is terrorizing everyone. And they're standing there eulogizing some fucking terrorist himself. There sure are a ton of people. Yes, stop. May I see some identification? Good work, officer. I'm Chuna from the Kabuki station. Ah, and I see your passengers. Explosive disposal team just checking the grounds. No need to search your vehicle then, I guess. All clear. Go on through. View. See, weak security. By design, man. As you can see, they're still building the pavilion over here. You're right. Non-stop construction to make it in time for the opening. Which will make it that much easier for him to sneak in. 13. We just can't go through each worker one by one. What should we do, Ocho? I think it's going to be fucking Friend himself shooting him. Everyone's obsessed with 13. The hitman of Friend, right? It's not going to be him. Every spot from which he could assassinate the Pope. I think he's just a cleanup guy. If Friend fucks up, he takes the second shot or something. It's like Lee Harvey Oswald. Like, there's always a conspiracy that it wasn't Lee Harvey Oswald's situation when he was in the the suppository, the book suppository, right? That it could have actually been two people working together. And it was actually funny because when that concert, you know, recently there was a shooting, right? I forgot where it was, Vegas or something. I don't know. The guy the guy who shot 45 people or something like that. The country music concert, right? It was suspected that he was actually working with someone else. It wasn't just by himself. They thought that it would have had to be at least planned by two people, but no one will ever know because the guy shot himself, didn't he? So it's interesting though. So maybe he's the second guy just there to clean up. Number 13 is responsible for assassinating the Pope. He's going to do it here, isn't he? Assassinating the Pope in front of 100,000 people. They're going to be looking not in the right place. No, in front of the whole world watching live. We can't let him do it. Yeah, we won't. Hey, how are the lights coming along over there? Not yet. Hurry up. I can't believe it would take anyone this long to get them installed. This is insane, man. Just do it, jackass. It wouldn't hurt to give your guy a little help once in a while, huh? Huh? Where's my drill? Ah, thanks. I thought he was going to drill into his back. The view is great from up here. Come on, man. Don't slack off. You can see the main stage quite clearly. That's 13. I put on that spotlight over there. It'll light up the Pope nice and bright. Where? Can you see him that well from there? The Pope. Oh my god. He wants to aim there in case the body fucks up. I know it's gonna happen, man. That's how it's gonna go down. Morebetsu Hokkaido over there. Right there, huh? This is where the first victim fell. So these are the virus guys. The people investigating the virus. Here's your tea. Ah, thank you. Are we really safe? Maruo. Suits here. Yes, actually we don't even need them outside anymore. We've gotten some data on the virus. Apparently the longest it will last is 7 days. So we are free to drink our tea now. However, I don't think anyone will be coming back to this town. It was awful that virus turned the town into hell. Oh, by the way, Maru-san, why are you here rather than... Oh, this is that town we visited, right? The Hokkaido where that little boy came from. With Harunamio-sensei. Hello, hello. He's doing a show in the gymnasium for all the evacuees. Everybody dance. We'll have to leave from Tokyo tonight in order to make it to the Expo ceremonies. But he wanted to perform here as long as possible. It's a wonderful thing he's doing. I'm sure it'll be lifting their spirits. Something I couldn't do. Dr. Nabatake. Please, call me Doctor. Please don't call me Doctor. I couldn't do anything for them, even now. They're still victims and praying in Wakanuchi to the north. I basically made excuses and ran back down here. You'll need a day's rest. You're going back, aren't you? It won't make a difference if I do. I just give them a vaccine I know won't work, and I tell them they'll be fine, while watching people die one after another from inside my suit. This isn't being a doctor. Fuck it, huh? You're doing well for being so young, Dr. Nakabatake. Yeah. One of my seniors once told me, you don't understand because you're young. All the veteran doctors are used to the virus. They know there are things modern science can't contend with. You just don't understand because you're young. You get angry when there's nothing you can do. Years ago, a friend of mine was in an unsuccessful rock band. Kenji! Legacy of Kenji. I asked him how long he was going to keep playing in the dead end band. And he said, they will understand soon enough. He laughed and said that even though nobody cared about his band... What happened to the band? Nobody ever got interested, and they broke up. But years afterwards, he started singing on the sidewalk, even though nobody would listen. Look at him cheering him up, man, crying. Why does the virus only spread around areas like this? Well, I've heard these rumors. Yes, I don't know who said it first, but there's a salesman wearing a gas mask. Salesman with a gas mask? It's the guy that was delivering fish to everyone. The reason why the salesman was noticeable in the first place. He was carrying briefcases, 3 of them. He put one of them down on the side of the road and continued walking north. After that, Nakanebetsu and Wakanuchi both got hit by the virus. And the time lag between when the victim showed up in here and further north was it? I can't imagine how many people walking that distance on foot. But I'd guess maybe 2 days to one. 2 days to one then 4 days to the other. And do the police know about this? It's just a rumor. Nobody would have believed a suit-wearing businessman with a gas mask could be distributing the virus. Of course it could be. They would do it. They would do it. Bloody hell, man. This fucking bullshit going on. Chapter 167, time limit. Hurry, Ocho. The real explosive search team just arrived. If we don't leave now, they'll find out you are fakes. Did you find any points where he might stand to shoot people? For the long kill, the top floor of the Russian pavilion. I like how I said that. The Soviet, right? Russian pavilion. The window. He's a soldier through and through. The window on the south of the Malaysian pavilion roof. And it also takes into account history as well. The Malaysian pavilion roof of the Mexican pavilion. The shadow under the north wall of the Romanian pavilion. For the short kill that stands in the front of the VIP seats. Okay, we'll post extra security in those locations. So those are the places 13 is most likely to pop up, right? It sounds like Agent 11, Agent 13, except in this case, another Baldy, fellow Baldy to another Baldy. It means he won't show up there. He's a top class assassin. He won't appear in the locations where he knows it's likely for him to appear. That's the thing about him. Oh shit. Time limit. There we go. Missouri, United States of America. Billy's Diner. The MGC pharmaceutical factory on the shore of Lake Michigan continues to burn. The firefighters give their best efforts to fight the blaze. A salesman with a gas mask. Yep, I'm sure of it. So in America as well, they got mans doing it. Bunch of regular truck drivers saw him. He just kept walking further and further. He has a piece of the information. He's got a piece of the truth. Which means that mask-wearing salesman is spreading the virus. Everyone's doing their bit. In some way, everyone is brought together now doing their bit to help. The mask-wearing salesman is spreading the virus. I don't know, it's just rumor. Chill out. Just think rationally. Danny, your town in New Mexico is wiped out by the virus. Then a week later, that place called Clinton, Oklahoma got hit. Would that take a week? Would that take a week to walk? Nobody walked that distance. That's exactly what they want you to think. I'm talking theoretically here. After that came Galena, Kansas, then Halltown, Missouri, then victims keep spreading north. I'm saying maybe that salesman walking along Route 66, spreading this virus with him wherever he goes. You gotta be kidding. Sounds like a child's game. It is a child's game. That's the thing. So true. It was our idea to begin with when we were kids, you see. We had this thing called the Frog Empire. Alright, never mind. Answer me this. Why did the victims stop right after Halltown? Maybe because your salesman got tired of walking. Anyway, that's why I'm thinking of going further north to check things out. Would it be possible for you to watch these kids for me? I want to go too. It's too dangerous for you. He's his Dita. Carry on's Dita. I've got enough people staying here. He saved him, right? I can't handle 2 more kids. But please, I'm going. Dad, you might want to see who's coming. What the fuck? It sounds of anarchy here, man. The hell is that? I'm going to get my gun. They must be looters. They've come here to trash my store. Fuck, you know. Fat version of Let Me Kill Master. From Motorhead. What the hell do you ruffians want? You can't push on a bona fide Japanese sober cook. Tell me. You got any victims around here? What's that? A vaccine? A vaccine. We could have been wiped out, but this vaccine saved us. Oh, awesome. Say what? Did you get it from a Japanese lady? Yeah. We're calling her the Holy Mother. Where's that Holy Mother now? We only got a bit of this vaccine left. She took some of our boys with her to mass produce it. Where? The MGC factory up by Lake Michigan. Fuck. MGC, to read the information we have about the scene here at Lake Michigan. The source of the massive explosion that rocked the MGC pharmaceutical factory is as of yet unknown. Did they break in to try and mass produce it with those bikers? The police and firefighters are currently working out to find the possibility of a terrorist attack. Everything's got to be a terrorist attack. Heaven forbid the fucking gas leak happen, right? Heaven fucking forbid. Oh, it's gonna be terrorists. Like, where did that assumption come from that someone would wanna? How up yourselves do you gotta be that as soon as someone made this argument that when something's symbolic and it gets attacked, there's a preconditioned response, right? So if you think a Statue of Liberty is symbolic of freedom and all that bullshit, right? Freedom, bring us your huddle masses and shit. If it's symbolic of freedom, if someone attacks that, your mind is preconditioned to go, it must be someone who wants to attack freedom, right? That's not my problem. That's not this person's problem. That one person has a subjective reality where they think that's symbolic, right? So heaven fucking forbid someone like a pharmaceutical company and it's suspected to be a terrorist attack. Heaven fucking forbid, right? Like why is a pharmaceutical company explosion suddenly a terrorist attack? You assume that someone's got beef against pharmaceuticals because you're acknowledging a truth that exists, but you're not looking at the inception of that. You're looking at the fucking alarmism and all that bullshit, right? This is the problem with society nowadays. It's all about symbolic gestures, right? With the symbolizing and you know, like, and then when something happens to it, we ignore the problems that caused it, and we just think they're trying to attack what that symbol represents in our fucking minds, right? They did it. What are we doing, lad? Dad, going to Lake Michigan to find the Holy Mother. Kiriko there, Kenji. Hey, Dad, get on. Yes, sir. To Lake Michigan, protect the Holy Mother. Here at the Expo grounds, the massive crowd is tense with excitement, the likes of which I've never seen before. This is no longer just a simple fair. Fucking hell. What is just about to begin is the century's greatest festival, packed with the hopes and prayers of all mankind. Sir, the Pope has arrived. I see. It's finally here. The time for you to stand at the peak. The peak you and I are thinking of is nothing more than the bottom of the foothills. He is about to stand in a place I could never dream of reaching. What do you mean? What is he? What's going to happen? He knows what's going to happen. The show is about to begin. He knows that friend is alive, so that body there could not possibly be dead. So, in front of every man, woman, child on the planet, the imposter is going to become genuine. Oh shit. Bloody hell. 168, long live the Expo. I think this is the last one. The heart-stopping event that characterized the day forever took only seconds, but at the time it played out as if it was slow motion. Ocho's voice coming through the wire. Who's narrating this right now? Coming through it's Kana maybe narrating it. Coming to receive as he continued to give security placement. Something happened, they're telling us now. When they arrived to take their seats for the show after the opening ceremonies, Haru Namio-san and Maruo told us, I know what's going to happen, so the body's going to shoot the Pope, or something. Watch out for a salesman in a suit wearing a gas mask. But after what happened, Haru Namio's show was cancelled, of course. The fanfare for the introduction rang forth, and after the Prime Minister and several high UN officials gave brief speeches, Aunt Yukiji, sitting in the next seat next to me, quietly squeezed my hand. It was shaking slightly. Amidst a huge roar of applause, the Pope walked forth, and the odd dome in the center of the stage silently opened up. Long live the Expo. Our Lord Jesus Christ, bearing the sins of mankind with the cross on his back, was given eternal life once more by the Father in heaven. He's trying to prove resurrection in front of him while he's giving a speech about the OG who did the resurrection shizzle. Our friend, may you too. Second floor security. This is your citizen. We've got 30 guards on the second floor. Your citizen, be careful. 13 could sneak in wearing policeman's uniform. Yes, I checked each one, but I don't see 13 among them. Chuno, where are you, Chuno? This is Chuno. I've met back up with Father Luciano. Perfect. Nobody will try to keep a priest and an officer out. Out of where? The tower, huh? It made so you can't get inside. Maybe friend has the key or something. That's why you must get in there. But Father Luciano, wait, Father. Okay, we'll take a look at. They don't know what to look at. I know what I'm looking at. That's the fucking body, man. Our friend. You saved us in the bloody New Year's Eve 2000 at the risk of your own life. Unless they're being a bit smarter, and what's his name? Nani? What's his name? Natani has briefed him, and a bit more that we haven't seen yet. God will grant you eternal life with him. It opened. This is Chono. The door opened. Wait, Father Luciano, it's too dark. What's going on? What is this? What's inside? It's too dark to see. I can't tell. Wait, Father Luciano. It's stairs that leading up. Climb them. Who's there? Who's up there? Chono. Don't move or I'll shoot. There, that's 13. Nah. So maybe the body is itself the second thing. If he misses, he'll get it. What? He's alive? Well, you didn't think you'd stop 13, did you? It's just those dumbass criminals thought they took him out. So that's what, huh? I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it, man. Obviously, after the kid had that experience, I mean, most people could probably predict it, but we're ahead of the game from the characters. Are you Kichi? Shoot him, Chono. Father Luciano gave me back the gun. He's alive. He's alive. It's a miracle. Do it now. Shoot 13. He's alive. He's alive. He's alive. 13's there. Was it 3 gunshots or 4? It's hard to remember. What? What? The entire stadium fell silent. The man who saved the Pope lay dying on the ground. And then Ocho muttered, just when he had been given eternal life, he turned into a god. Just when he had been given eternal life, he turned into a god. I was supposed to have written the scenario, but starting then, long before then, I had been pushed into a side role. At this point in time, the main character of the story was clear. Friend was grievously injured. He came back to life and gave his body to protect the Pope. What? This has to be something to do with Shinji, man. I swear this has got to be something to do with Shinji. Shinji's like a Machiavellian figure, right? He had to pretend he was dead so he could... Oh, fuck's sake, man. What the fuck? But he's grievously injured. He's not dead, though, is he? The silence was broken by gunshot. Kill him. Kill the shooter. Your Holiness. Get an ambulance. Your Holiness, I'm fine. Get down, everyone. Please get down. Get the Pope to a secure location. Maybe this friend brought the Pope in front of him so he could become a human shield. And that seems what it looks like. Protect His Holiness. No, help him. Help friend. Your Holiness, Father Nita. I was saved. He saved me. No, you don't understand. It was all a trick. Move it. Your Holiness, out the way. Open up. We need some medics. Let me down. Fine. But where are the paramedics? Who is this guy, man? What the fuck? Friend is. So was this your plan? No. What's going on? He became a god. How? What the fuck? And everyone's pointing. Everyone thinks he's a... 1 week later, in front of a packed crowd before the Friend Memorial Palace, he made a complete recovery. To tumultuous rejoicing. So it wasn't to protect the Pope. He wanted to... Oh my goodness gracious. He is trying to become a god. He wants to convince everyone. As he waved, I could hear him mumble beside me. Bye-bye now. Later. Oh, so the guy narrating is Manjame. From the beginning. Wonder how many of you I'll see again. And then a meeting was held. Many members have changed. They were banished. Excuse me. Who are you? You saw me at the intersection in Nishiazabu. Now, how far have we gotten through the new book of prophecy? The salesmen have appeared. Has the Holy Mother descended? Well, what? A pharmaceutical factory in Lake Michigan is burned down, so our net for her has been cut. Yes, it's only a matter of time, so she will descend, which means we come finally to this page. Ring, ring goes the phone, and all the preparations are complete. Iran, what the fuck? Hello? Yes, good. We will meet again if the fates allow. Just then, all around the world, salesmen wearing gas masks put down their briefcases. Shh, and the mist they sprayed created beautiful rainbows in the sky. And the world fell into ruin. It's over. No, still more. This is where you fucking think they'll end. What's going on? 170 over the rainbow. Da da dun 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 dun. I was dead. I was dead. I was dead. In heaven. Who is this? Shit out of gas. Third year of friend. Third year of friend. 20th Century Boys Volume 16 beginning. What was that? Who is that on the bike? Is that Kenji? Bloody hell, man. This is eras, man. Are we gonna go right up till the end of the 20th century? No, well, technically. Maybe. I mean, I can't imagine we're already there, but you know what I mean? Like just covering such a wide span of time. What the fuck? What's going on? It's like Friend is resilient and persistent. And this guy looks like old Kenji. I gotta end it here. It's gone an hour and 40 minutes. Thank you guys for watching. Man. That was fucking insane. Thank you. What you think of that? Comment below, man. Don't let one person be the only guy commenting below. What's like? I know some of you just click on it and then just don't watch it. You just add that review. Watch it, peeps. Let me know what you thought of this fucking volume. Peace out, guys.